Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live Paradise Sale. A mansion in Paradise Valley sold for $21 million. This is a newly built modern estate on Casablanca Drive in Paradise Valley, which sold for about $20.9 million. The 11,600 square foot home located at 5641 North Casablanca Drive was a 2024 spec build. It sold in an all cash deal in late February 2026. That's roughly $1,798 per square foot. That price is high, even by local luxury standards. This is one of Paradise Valley's most coveted streets. It's often dubbed the Casablanca Corridor or Billionaire's Row. Okay, this mansion, built in 2024, sits on about 2.5 acres. It includes a large main residence plus an 1,100 square foot guest house, as well as a 1,400 square foot game slash entertainment house with bar, theater, and flexible space. When it comes to envy, y'all is green, jealous of the rich guy routine. Live right now on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. Before you keep watching, let me tell you who this is not for. This show is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to help you discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. It's the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X. Therefore, the most popular live stream podcast live right now on this subject, going live on X. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you aspire to live in a mansion, but have you heard about this? A $20.9 million house in Paradise Valley on Casablanca Drive sold in an all cash deal last month. Cash, not a mortgage, not financing, only a guy showing up with the financial equivalent of, yeah, I'll take the fries too. That's the kind of money where the bank doesn't ask you for paperwork. They ask if you'd like the bank. You know how rich you have to be to buy a $20 million house in cash? You're like Scrooge McDuck rich. You got to be so rich that $20 million feels like paying your electric bill. If you're asking how rich, you're not rich enough. Financial samurai types say keep your primary crib under 30% of net worth, ideally way under. So for a $20 million cash buy, you're looking at maybe 70, $100 million net worth minimum. If you're playing it smart and not house poor, like a tech bro who YOLO'd his RSUs. But these Paradise Valley buyers, they've got to be at 200, $500 million or more Because dropping 10% of your fortune on a spec build with a guest house bigger than most people's main house is the rich guy version of impulse buying a pack of gum. The real flex isn't the house, it's the cash. Mortgages are for peasants who need leverage. Billionaires pay cash so they don't have to deal with bankers asking nosy questions like, "Sir, where did this money come from?" And "Are you sure you don't want to invest it in something that earns 5% instead of sitting in a desert mansion appreciating at 3%?" No way, Jose. They pay cash because the opportunity cost is nothing when your yacht's maintenance bill is higher than your neighbor's mortgage. That's the kind of money where the real estate agent doesn't say, "Congratulations on your new home." They say, "Congratulations on your new tax strategy." Then you hear the amenities: main house, guest house, game slash entertainment house, three houses on one property. At that point, you don't own a house. You own a small village where the mayor is your accountant. Imagine inviting friends over. "Hey, where should we hang out?" "I don't know. Pick a house." My favorite part, though, is the 1,100 square foot guest house. That's hilarious because that's bigger than most houses in America. But in this place, it's where your friend Dave stays when he's between private jets. You know, the moment Dave realizes he's poor, wait, this is the guest house? And the craziest part is the breakdown. It's $1,798 per square foot, which means somewhere in that house, there's a closet worth about $90,000, filled with the same Costco sweatpants the rest of us wear. What does this guy have? A basement full of untaxed crypto? He walked up to the realtor, handed her a duffel bag that weighed more than a Honda Civic. Then he said, "I'll take the one with the guest house for my guest house." There's a 1,400 square foot game entertainment house and a 1,100 square foot guest house. That means the owner values playing golden tea and drinking single malt 300 square feet more than they value their own mother in law. Sorry, Brenda. I'd love to give you a walk in closet, but I needed that extra space for the professional grade air hockey table. You understand, it's about the ROI. The house is 11,600 square feet. Do you know what happens in houses that big? You buy them and then you lose things forever. Not your keys, your friends. "Hey, where's Steve?" "I don't know. He went to the entertainment house around noon." And then there's the game house with a bar and theater, a whole separate building just for fun. That's the ultimate rich guy solution to a problem nobody had. Regular people put a TV in the living room. These guys go, "You know what would really improve movie night? A separate structure." This is the kind of place where the doorbell rings and it's Jeff Bezos dropping off his own Amazon package because he owns the street. This was a spec home built for someone who wants to spend $20.9 million, and it looks exactly like a high-end dentist's office. It's a spec build. That's billionaire speak for nobody actually wanted this. But we figured if we put enough white oak and floor to ceiling glass in the desert, a Californian would eventually flee their state taxes and buy it. It's more like a $21 million Build-A-Bear for guys who wear Patagonia vests to brunch. A spec home for $20 million, $21 million. That's such a rich people term, spec, like they built it on a hunch. Regular people speculate about buying a couch. These guys speculate about building an 11,600 square foot palace with a theater and a bar. Eh, let's toss up a mansion. Worst case scenario, we live in it. That's like me saying, I grilled an extra steak in case someone buys it. It's a rich guy's version of a man cave with a bar, theater, and flexible space for hiding from his own success. The listing actually brags that the house has a private well to save on landscape water bills. Think about the psychology there. You spend $1,000, 798 per square foot. You paid enough for a house to fund a small nation's space program. But you're standing in the kitchen looking at the infinity pool thinking, I really hope the sprinklers don't drive up my bill another 40 bucks. That's where they get you. It's like buying a Gulfstream jet and clipping coupons for the peanuts. And they call the street Billionaires Row. That's such a weird flex, right? Imagine living somewhere called Billionaires Row. Your mail must feel judged. The mailman's walking up like, here's your Amazon package. Oh, wow. Another billionaire buying batteries. Billionaires Row. Back in 2020, you could get a lot there for half the price. Now, land prices have doubled. We've reached a point in the economy where the dirt is getting more expensive than the stuff we build on it. Pretty soon, people are going to pay $10 million for a vacant hole in the ground and then stand in it, staring at Camelback Mountain, whispering, I'm winning. Paradise Valley's seeing an uptick in ultra luxury velocity with 10 homes over $10 million in the first 2 months of the year. The only thing moving faster than these sales is the buyer's private jet dodging taxes. But do you see the broader trend here? Arizona's residential price ceiling keeps resetting like a bad thermostat in hell. Buyers want new builds with resort style amenities, privacy, and those mountain views. High net worth folks paying premiums for paradise. The funny thing about that is they're high net worth folks paying premiums for Paradise Valley, where paradise means living in a desert enclave, dubbed the Casablanca Corridor, which is Spanish for White House. But instead of presidents, it's full of CEOs who think their Series A round qualifies them for the Oval Office. At least a dozen sales above $8 million in 3 years. What is this? A conspiracy where the rich are hoarding acres like they're prepping for the apocalypse, but with infinity pools instead of bunkers? That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. And listen, you're allowed to make fun of me only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. And you don't have to do this. But if you want to, you can go ahead and follow me on X. Visit my X profile to learn more. It's not necessary to follow me on X, but now you can follow at Safe New Media. Follow at Safe New Media on X. Whatever you decide, team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, processes, and workflows that we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. It's not a cult, but have you ever felt that deep, powerful sense of belonging that transforms your entire perspective? That's what awaits you in our community. As you hear me talking now, you might begin to imagine yourself surrounded by like minded individuals who truly understand your aspirations. Picture yourself waking up each morning with renewed purpose, knowing you're part of something greater than yourself. Your future self is already thanking you for taking this step today. The door is open, and all you need to do is walk through it. Belong higher. Join our inner circle on Telegram. There's a link to it at the top of the Safe New Media X profile. The official source for this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. I want to give the loyal listeners of this podcast something, and this might be the last time I do it. Free gift for you if you want to start a podcast but feel imposter syndrome. You can get your copy of the Anti-Imposter Podcast Starter Kit at safenew.media. That's safenew.media. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment decision.
Are you an accredited investor? Then listen up. Today, owning a home now costs $52,000 more per year than renting. Families are stuck as forever renters. We're seizing this shift, buying 100 plus unit assets in growth markets. Few get in. Why? We don't need more money. We're looking for investors aligned with our values. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. Secure your place on our waitlist today. Go to Inveresta.com. You can now subscribe to our newsletter that secures your place, which allows you to receive this. It's called Location Science 2026. This is your free guide. 5 filters to find growth markets for multifamily real estate. This is how we identify the best locations to invest. Don't ignore the data before you invest. When you subscribe, you secure your place on our wait list for the next opportunity. Most real estate people tell you to invest in your backyard, which is great if you have the perfect backyard with increasing job growth and population growth. But what if your backyard is the wrong location? Avoid losing money in the wrong location. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there. Let me know what kind of investment opportunities you are looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office. Go to Inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. Last thing before I let you go, I want to invite you to subscribe to Methods of Prosperity newsletter. You owe it to yourself to be rich. Society, our parents, teachers, and peers have conditioned us. They want us to be like them. They need us to comply. They need us to be conventional like they are. As Herb Kelleher, co-founder and CEO of Southwest Airlines, remarked, all the people that were telling me those things were expressing conventional wisdom. And if it's conventional, it ain't wisdom. And if it's wisdom, it ain't conventional. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I'm obsessed with prosperity. This is the natural state of the human spirit. It turns out there's no limit. There's also many variables. Some keep their day job, while others go all in. Some are entrepreneurs, others are value investors, but all of them have a certain mindset. Understanding what makes them tick grants us insight into our own journey. Methods of Prosperity newsletter is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues. It's the most popular newsletter to brainwash yourself rich. Become a renegade billionaire. Go to safenewmedia.com/newsletter. To become a billionaire, one must first be conditioned to think like a billionaire. You can now subscribe for free at safenewmedia.com/newsletter. Join our Methods of Prosperity community on Telegram. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour on this subject, broadcasting live on X, formerly known as Twitter. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi. Yours truly, my name is Sean Allen Fenn, and this is definitely not a cult. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.